Hello lovely people, my name's Andy Woolley, and in this video we're going to use another AI tool, in particular jarvis.ai. Used to be called Conversion.ai, but Jarvis for short. Now this is quite a hefty tool from a monthly outlay point of view. I've got it actually running in the boss level, which is the top mode, as you'll see. It's a great tool. I've been using it for quite a few months, and out of all the sort of AI tools so far, this one I think offers the most in terms of capability and the number of templates, as you can see here. But I tend to dance between a couple here to get the end result. So rather than me talk it, let's walk through this. Let's actually use it for a genuine post. I'm going to use it on one of my affiliate sites, and we're going to write an article on the 7 best ways to get rid of Russian vine, which is a weed. Okay, so taking that title, I've done my due diligence already, worked out that's the intent. So if you want to find out more about that, I'll put a link in the description to a previous video where we discussed the intent in order to go and do your keyword research. But once you've done that, then you're jumping ahead and actually start writing the content. So in here, they've got the long form, and this is where you're paying the money, the extra money, as it were, in the boss mode. I've used that quite a few times, but I actually find that breaking it down into more digestible chunks actually gives us more on the money, as it were. So first and foremost, I like the problem, agitate and solution framework. So if we jump in there, and I'll jump between a few and we'll sort of mash this together anyway. So ultimately what I'm looking to rank for is seven of the best ways to get rid of Russian vine. Do I want it to be informative? No, I want it to be educational. So that way then it changes the tone of language that is used through the context. Down here I can choose whether I want less or more to be displayed. I normally go for 3 because that comfortably fills in the screen there. But more importantly, it tells you whether or not it's actually on the money or not, whether it's doing it. So we simply press generate content. You can add more in there if you want at the top here, and you can give it more clarity. But to be honest, unless you're going in the long format, each of these smaller templates work much easier. And as you can see here, they've already given you the highlighters of the problem, the agitate and the solution. So Russian vine is a hardy invasive vine that can take over your yard and garden. It's not easy to get rid of, and we've done all the research. Yeah, it's kind of fine. Okay, you can see the American expressions here, yard, and the way favorite is spelled, but we do the grammar later on. What we're after is whether it actually is describing what we need to meet the intent of the question we're asking. So the next one then is Russian vine is invasive, non-native plant that can quickly tear your yard. It's not unsightly, but it also chucks other plants and trees in the area. Even though for years people don't get rid of this, article shows 7 effective ways. I quite like that one. So all I need to do then is click this, which is copy it. For the moment then I'm just going to bring this all into Word. And there is a rhyme and reason for this. I like to basically take chunks and move stuff around and get an article that not only is original, because Jarvis, all the content that's created there is plagiarism free, because it goes off and does its due diligence and then mashes it together by respinning it. But more importantly, that when I bring it into here, I get the feel of the type of the article I want. And that way then I know it's totally original content. Okay, so let's jump back in. Let's see if there's bits and pieces we want to take out here before we go and use another part of this tool. So it spreads rapidly. That's not too bad. Solution is to get rid of there, here, there. Right, okay, so this part, if I wanted that middle part, simply click on this section, opens it up, and I can simply select over what I'm after and just copy that. That copies it to clipboard, back into my Word document, and then I'm going to add that in there as well. And you can see how easy that is. Oh, I think that changed something. Let me just double check. That's right a minute. Apologies. Double check. Control C. Yeah, that's right. Back into the Word document and Control paste. There we are. My fault. All speed. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, let's jump back in. Now we know this is what we're talking about. Now, before we get into the sort of the format of it, one thing I like to have a nice opening, strong opening statement, and I like to have a look at the conclusion, and we'll go back and forth, we'll rework these, but then that gives us something to sandwich the whole content for. and we're aiming for around about 900 words altogether, enough that Google can, get its teeth into it, understand what the article is about, see enough frequency of some of the keywords that you should be ranking for, and therefore rank that obviously on the internet and give us more opportunity to be seen. So I can either come over to here and I can see all the templates listed there, and there's a raft of these, and I'll do a few more of those in other videos, but for the sake of this, we want to get in down and dirty. Let's get a blog done. We can come back and we can get more proficient in time. So they have one here which is called the blog post intro paragraph. Quite like this one. Again, let's put in the title, general audience, yes, or we'll put in there gardeners are what we're after. And again, I don't want it informative, I want it educational. And I can have 3 choices again and simply generate the content. So you can see quite easily how it is very easy, without using the word too many times. It is so easy in order just to generate some content and get what you can. Now, already having used quite a few of these AI tools, this one I found is quite good, or nearly always good, to keep you on the right intent. Some will deviate slightly. I used one earlier today for Russian vine, and all it started talking about was vine and grapes, a different entity completely. So me just quickly reading through these to see which one is applicable. It can produce lots of, right. Here are some ways I quite like the first one. Not so much the second. Okay, but I don't think the first one is great for an intro, but it's got a couple of good bullet points in there, and bullet points are brilliant for if I want to rank for, say, the rich snippets. So I'm going to use 2 of those. I'm going to use the first one as my intro, copy paste that, and let's put this in at the beginning. Happy days. So here are 7. Let's space that out just to give it a bit more context. I'm going to highlight this as well. I quite like the format of this because it makes it very easy for the reader to see what's happening. So I'm going to keep this style, jumping back in, and I'm going to copy this, but I will relay it out as I'm on the page here. So we don't need that part. Let's delete that. I like that, but let's lay this under each other. Okay, and that's fine. And number 6. Okay, so a couple of lines, right? So this is probably pretty much a how-to, which is unusual to see that in the opening paragraph, but you know what? It's too good to throw away, so I'm definitely going to keep it. Solution. So I'm going to follow this simple guide to completely, or guide in order to get rid of Russian vine. Now, one thing I'm already aware of is this particular phrase, get rid of Russian vine, is what I've already done my due diligence on, and I know that's the keyword I want to rank for. So I want to make sure that there's enough references in there, both in the permalink, the title tag, the meta description, and 1 or 2 of the typographies, the H2, H3s, and enough of it sprinkled in the content without it being over optimized, that when Google crawls it, and even if a reader read it, you'd get that this article is purely all about how to get rid of Russian vine. Sounds like common sense, but basic SEO like that, search engine optimization, is easily missed by lots of people. Okay, so I'm happy how that's going so far. Again, let's take that title. Let's work on now the final paragraph. So back into the templates, and again, Jarvis has a fantastic blog post conclusion paragraph. Same sort of element again. Is you can see call to action. No, I don't want there because I don't want anybody to ring or anything like that. I just literally want it to be informative because this is served up through adverts, nothing else. Again, I can have more or less, generate the content. And what you'll notice, even with me just running this video, continuously, there's no editing here. You can see how quick it is to bring back suggestions, less than 10 seconds. So just reading through this to see which one's most relevant. Damage method save it. Okay, the first one's pretty good. For our blog today, we hope you're looking forward to it. Please contact us at your convenience. Okay, there's parts of the second one I quite like. And also there's an element in there about seeking a professional as well. So I'm going to take the first one and I'm going to title my end paragraph as in conclusion, return, paste, take out the conclusion paragraph. I don't need that descriptor on the front. Bit of tweaking as we do it. Okay. Imaginable. Right. Let's make this a little bit shorter. The rhyme and reason, short paragraphs, 2 to 3 sentences are more ideal for SEO, especially when it's on your mobile. And we'll do all the spelling and grammar once I move it into WordPress. But for the moment, I just want to show you how easy it is to use this tool to get a relevant blog put together. Okay, and sometimes it puts the only quib I notice, or unusual characteristic I notice a lot with Jarvis, it loves to put exclamation marks in there, like it's making some sort of statement. Which, okay, a few in there is not too bad, but too many can really look off-putting. So I'm just going to make these bold so I can just see them, so they pop out to me as I'm going through it. Coming back into the blog there, here. There was a bit here I quite like. So again, clicking just onto the section. Thank you for reading our blog today. We hope that the information has helped educate and inform. If you're looking for more tips, please contact us. Right, I'm not going to go for that, but I do like that little bit of being gracious. I think that's quite nice. And I can put that there and simply press return. Back again into the blog and clicking in there. I like the professional element. When all else fails, it's best to consult a professional. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's not perfect, but we can rewrite it. Again, see, this is the purpose with all AI tools. They're not there to write the whole thing for you. They're there to guide you and aid you as much as possible. Method, right, and not effective again. Right. Be careful to take right property. And then I finish with that. If all else fails, when also it's best to consult a professional, as these will be more familiar to creating and carrying out a treatment plan. There we go. A little bit of knowledge I've already acquired by writing these articles. So that's my title, obviously. So we're up to about 400 words so far. Fine. We've got an intro. We've got a conclusion paragraph. We've got the parts of the internal. But now let's go for a little bit more. So let's go for this title again. Let's start building out parts of this. So if we come out of this now and back into the next template, and what we can do is we can actually use a blog outline, and what this will give us, it'll give us some of the titles that we are looking to break the middle part down. So again, it's educational. We've got the title there. Let's create the content. What this will give me is a small list of suggestible headings or titles, and again we can mix and match as well, which is where you start to get the feel of the article. So you can see here, Russian buying is a pest that can grow quickly and spread rapidly. So we could talk about how it invests in its growth. It's important to know how to get rid of it. Right, okay, the most common people kill Russian to kill the most common way people kill Russian vines, sorry, I couldn't get my words out, is by using Roundup. That's a great one as well, because then I can use that as an affiliate link and suggest that to people from an informative article. Another way would be boiling water. Okay, personally I don't think that's going to work, but hey ho. Again, we do need to fact check things like this, which I will do, and I'll go off onto the internet and double check. So looking at this now, we can also see that some of these are great. Another way of boiling water, you could also take leaves and right, okay. If you want natural, try vinegar. I quite like it, gives me a herbicide solution. It also gives me a natural one. So I'm going to select those and bring those into our blog here. I'm going to keep this section. I quite like that it's giving a breakdown, But now I'm going to go for the middle section where we are looking to basically start building this out. So so I'm going to move this around. This is about the jiggery pokery of getting the order the way I want it to be, because I want to talk more about the problem, suggest different elements which will be in the solution, and then we come to a conclusion. So Russian buying is a spread. Okay, so we know it's there. Let's open this up a little bit. Russian buying. So here now we've completed the post. As you'll see, it's on the back end of WordPress. I've migrated it across from Word into WordPress. You can see the structure there. Nicely done. I've also put a second image, featured image on there. Carried out a little bit of on-site SEO, but I'll do that in another video. But more importantly, I've literally just copied it straight from Word. And if we look on the preview, then you can see there's the second image. I have the filter term there, the title tag, which is an H1 tag, the excerpt, featured image, and then obviously we have the body of that particular post. There you'll see the table of contents and each of them the headings containing the relevant, get rid of Russian buying, which is obviously the main phrase we want to rank for. And you can see it's nicely laid out. It's a simple read. If I open up my little online tool, this is SEO Minion. I do a review on that sometime as well. We can see that we currently rank for 1,250 keywords for that particular post. So whilst we aim for around about 800-900, we've actually ended up with a little bit more, purely because we just literally found a little bit more content to go into these methods to make it a little bit more on point. So that's it for this video. You can see how easy it is to use the likes of jarvis.ai, an AI content writer. It's a great tool. I've got a description and affiliate link listed below. It's definitely worth using. I've been using it now for probably about 4 months in total, written loads and loads of articles for it, and I find that when it comes to actually writing to the intent, it's probably one of the best AI tools out there as well. Likewise, I will keep reviewing more and more of these tools. It's great to find how they operate, but they're pretty much all in the same sort of vein. That's it for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please do click the like and subscribe button. Click the notification for the next video so I can keep you up to date. And if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and I will come back to you. So that's it. That's me, Andy Woolley, doing this case study over the shoulder for my particular, for one of my other affiliate sites, as you can see there with the Amazon links there for products. It's a lovely little website that's coming together, and I can currently see that increasing bit by bit. One of the things I'm going to monitor over time now as well is how well the AI content ranks compared to all written by me and researched. Early days, but I'm seeing very little no difference. More so if you mix it up the way I have by bringing it in and then refining it. You're not using an AI tool to replace your content writing, using it to assist you. Okay, keep that in mind and you'll be so much more happy with the outcome. Okay, that's it in this video. Any questions, leave them below and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Signing out.